Gonna be targeting some active cats on these bridge supports right here. Got one right here already. Oh, now hold on. He may be a little bigger than I think he is. Comes some bubbles. Woo, boy, he's pulling good. There he is. That didn't take long at all, guys. We got us a flathead. Oh my. Look at how white that meat is. What's up, guys? Welcome to Edo Outdoors 316. Trying to catch some bait. I already got quite a few shad. Just gonna try a few minutes longer and we'll head out to the bridge. Here's what I end up with this morning. I got plenty of shad in there. Hey, welcome to Edo Outdoors 316. Today I'm catfishing out here on the Arkansas River. Gonna be targeting some active cats on these bridge supports right here. And what I mean by active is the up current side of any kind of structure. It would be where your active feeders are gonna be. Anything on the downside stream of it is gonna be your inactive catfish. So I'm targeting this bridge piling right here this morning. And what happens is during high water levels, you get logs and trees that will float down and they will collect on the front of these pylons down there. So that makes some really good habitat for them. So I've got some shad this morning. I do have a little bit of a bug going on. They finally started generating some electricity. This is the side I prefer to be on. It's a lot safer. I'm out of the barge traffic, but they started generating. Had to go out of town for about a half a week. Got back, they were still generating, but then I got a bug. So I've been sick for all week pretty much, and I just now starting to feel better where I can come out here and fish. You probably noticed that my voice is a little bit hoarse, but I went out Monday is when I started getting sick, and I caught one green sunfish. That's what I was gonna use. So I ended up with one. I put it in the refrigerator. There it is, but I got quite a few shad netted up this morning. So I'm good to go for bait. They really love the shad anyway. So I'm gonna be going with my two poles back here off these rod holders in the back, right up there close to that structure. I got just a little bit of current. I like for it to be a little bit more, but that's the way it is sometimes. So I got my spot lock holding me right there with this mini LifePo 4 battery back here. It's gonna hold me in place. We'll see what we come up with. Got some homemade catfish weights on here. I'm gonna take one of them off because we don't have that much current today. Circle octopus hook. This is about a 4/0 hook. Got me a pretty big piece of shad. That's about the size I like for them to be right there. And I got a few of them in there that size. I like to go through there a couple of times, just kind of once through the forward part of the body and then circle back around. Just like that. So I got that hook sticking out there right here. Definitely like to be out here when it's nice and cool early in the morning, you know. That ought to work. Make sure my drag is set. I got 30-pound red Cajun on here. Really tough stuff. This is not something that you want to put on a small reel that you'd be casting out a light lure. You want to cast out a heavy lure with this stuff. Drag is set. And we'll wait and see what happens. Got one right here already. Oh, 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 oh. Didn't take long. Oh yeah. I think this one's gonna be an eater. Oh, now hold on. He may be a little bigger than I think he is. Comes the bubbles. Woo, boy, he's pulling good. Man, there he is. Good old blue cat. He's wrapped up in there too. Oh my goodness. That didn't take long at all. Got him right there in the corner of the mouth, that octopus hook. Now I'm probably gonna have to have some pliers to get that out. He's hooked in there good. Probably about a 10-pound catfish right there. Get him on the stringer, get that hook back in the water. It's like we got another one playing around right here. Yep, he's on there. Just don't feel as big so far. Oh my goodness gracious, we got us a flathead. We got us a golden, delicious, crispy fried flathead. This one ain't real big, but he's got a special place in the freezer. Right there in the side of the mouth. Absolutely delicious. That's one for each rod so far. I had a quick message I wanted to share with y'all today. Short, to the point, and blunt. Have you ever done some good deeds and you felt real good about yourself? You're thinking, wow, I really feel righteous. To only have a short time later, your sinful nature show back up and slap you right in the face, and you're baffled, wondering what just happened. Now, the Apostle Paul, one of the most faithful and influential Christians in history, talks openly about this struggle. He says in Romans 7:19 and 24 through 25, "For I do not the good I want to do, but the evil I do not want to do, this I keep doing. What a wretched man I am. Who will rescue me from this body that is subject to death? Thanks be to God who delivers me through Jesus Christ our Lord." Well, good deeds are fruits of the Spirit. But let me tell you, there is no good deed that you could ever do that will erase your sinful nature. The only thing that makes us righteous is our relationship with Jesus Christ. No good deed can get rid of our evil nature. We were born with it. Jesus came to this earth as a sacrifice for that evil side. If we accept it, keep on doing good, but even more, keep seeking the one who makes you whole. Now, that is all I got to say today. I'm ready for another fish to smash one of these rods right here. Speaking of smashing, guys, if y'all have enjoyed this video, as I assume you probably have if you've made it this far, go ahead and smash that thumbs up for me. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for listening to me ramble out here on the water. And God bless y'all. Oh my goodness gracious alive. Man, he hit that hard. Tightened up the drag. Woo! Nailed the fire out of that. This is on a piece of brim, that piece of green sunfish I decided to put on there instead of the shad, just to see how it would do. This is a good decent one right here. Oh yeah, another good blue cat. And he sure is white. Man, look how white he is. He's just as white as can be. That old green sunfish been sitting in the refrigerator for 5 days. Now, one thing about that green sunfish is it's been soaking in its own blood. Now, if you got spot lock on your trolling motor, you can't get up close to them pilings because of all that rebar steel inside of there. It will throw your compass off and you'll end up crashing right straight into it. But this actually works out pretty good. I'm upstream of it. I'm on the active side of it. This is a much better place to be. All right, guys, this is what I came up with. Some good blue cats there and a gold nugget. Look at that gold nugget in there. Golden, crispy, fried fillets from a flathead. bite done shut off on me, so I packed up. Get on up out of here. I like to clean them off real good. Just wash them down with a water hose. Try to get everything off of them, get the table nice and clean. So on these bigger ones, I got a pair of 10 snips. I like to take and cut that gill fin off. You can probably use a pair of cutters, whatever, but just take these right here and cut that fin off. That way it'll lay down flatter. And pretty much do these with all the electric fillet knife. Since this one is big enough, I'm gonna take the belly off of it. So I like to skin my belly unless it's like a really big one, which is kind of rare, but one about this size, I like to take the skin off of the belly first. So I'm just gonna come right up in here and just make a slit with this, just like that. Do the same thing over here. Alright, then we're going to grab that skin and pull it off of the belly. All the way down to these anal fins down here. Right about there. And there we've got all of this right here is belly. From all the way up here, all the way down to this rib cage. We're going to be taking all of that. So, what I'm going to do is just come right in there, just like that. And I'm going to come right back around here. I'm going to follow that bone in there all the way down here. And just come right in front of those fins right there. We got a little bit of tissue hanging on down here. There we go. That is one side of a belly meat. That is a lot of meat right there. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Start whichever, either at the top. I like to start at the top. Come right down. Right down to the rib cage. And then just come right in front of that fin. Just like that. And there is the other side of that belly meat. We'll clean that up later. Now the reason why I cut those fins, I want this laying flat down here because I like to come up from the tail and hug that backbone. And then I'm going to turn that knife and go right on up that backbone to the head. Now we're at the rib cage. I'm going to go ahead and just come on off of that big old fillet. So right here at the top, we're going to cut across. Down in there just like that. Just connect everything up. Just come right on off of that rib cage there. Come right across there. Got a little bit of skin left on it, so there we go. That is one big, beautiful fillet. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side same way. This side will be a lot easier for me to turn that blade. So we're stopping right there at the rib cage. And then I'm just gonna turn that knife just like that and follow that backbone all the way up, just like that. And then I'm just gonna cut that right off of the rib cage right there. I'm gonna go ahead and make this cut right here. These blades are about as dull. I've been using them for, I think, since 2008. I've been using these things. Now we got these anal fins right here. Just gotta cut that right off. There we go. Two great big old fillets. That's what we left with right there. And then we got these. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this carcass because I got one even bigger to clean out and a couple other smaller ones. And I'll show you how to do the smaller one. I do it differently. But go ahead and get this off of here, wash it up real good. Get this in a bag. Make sure my water's good and cold. There we go. And just gonna spray all these down real good. So still got to take the skin off, so nothing different than anything else, except we're gonna let this ride about a 1/16 of an inch high so that we don't pick up none of that red meat, or at least we hope we don't. We'll have a lot less trimming to do when we get done. And lift a little bit right there on the end. Just gonna go ahead and trim that off. It happens, you know. I ain't perfect. But there we go. So that is one fillet there. And this is what I left. This is maybe about 1/8 of an inch thick. But most of that red meat there has stayed on that skin. Come right over here and do the same thing. So as you can see, I went a little too deep on this end, but this end I got it just right, so I'll have to trim that off. Ain't no big deal, just trying to save a little time later. And you can see down here that red meat stays on that skin, most of it. These right here, I do like to take this membrane off right here because your breading don't stick to it very well. So I'm just going to fillet that right off of there. Just like that. Got just a little bit left on there. I missed. That's all right. I'm gonna clean it up inside. I don't wanna take too much meat, so I'll just clean that up inside. So there's that one catfish right there. So those two, quite a bit smaller than that one, so I'm just going to do both of them at the same time. Just going to wash them up. Mr. Flatty right here. We may have to eat him up tonight, I don't know. He's about the perfect size for me and the wife, plus, you know, excess really. It don't get much better than that right there, I'll tell you what. Don't get much better at all. So for these two, belly meat's just a little bit too thin for me to worry about. I might take it out of there anyway. I'll tell you what, let's take it out. Let's take it out of there. Gotta do the same thing. Just cut me a little slit right there in the skin. Just a little V. Just enough to grip hold of that skin. And then just pull that skin right off of there. I mean, there's plenty of belly meat on here. There ain't no sense wasting that. There is plenty of belly meat. And on this one, I'm just gonna go ahead and skin him all the way. That way I ain't got to deal with the skin later. Not difficult, skin just comes right off of these smaller ones. There we go. I've got some right up here, and what I'll do up here is I'll go ahead and cut a couple of more little slits in that skin in another V shape just like that, and then we'll take that skin right off too. There we go. That one is completely skinned. Tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and do this one too. Now this one right here has been eating some little small snails. All right, so the belly meat right in front. Just go straight down, just like that, all the way down to that backbone, that rib cage. However you want to do it, it don't really matter. Just follow that rib cage and that gill up at the top, and you will be fine. How about that? Not a big flathead, but look at all of that meat right there. Got a little bit of skin on there. There's our other one. There really ain't much to skin off of there, but I do like to take this membrane off right here. You don't really have to, but it'll get cleaned up again inside. So for our fillets, real simple. Just come right on down that backbone, just like that. There's that one. I did kind of mangle that one up a little bit there, see that? Mainly right up here at the top of it. Same thing on that side. There we go, that's them two fish. Here's what's left of the flathead. easy to cut, tell you what. Alright, 4 catfish. These are ready for temporary storing, so I can go in and trim these up more. Look like I got a few ants on there. They need to come up off of there. Ain't got no room at the table for them, but I'll trim these up later. I'll put them in the refrigerator. So the scraps go in a trash bag, and then they go in the bottom of the freezer till trash day. That way we don't get to stinking up around here. Alright, I'm going to show y'all how I cook this up. I got the flathead right here all cut up into pieces. I got some belly meat right there cut up into some nuggets. I've got all-purpose flour. I've got an egg that's been whipped up and diluted down with some water. And then right here I've got panko breadcrumbs. So the way you do this is you're going to dry dip this in this flour. Make sure it's good and coated, everywhere it's coated. Shake that off, going right straight into the egg mixture. Make sure everything is good and coated on there. I don't want any dry flour. And I'm going straight into these panko breadcrumbs. I'm just going to coat that in this panko. Turn it over, make sure I got that on the other side. Set it right there on a paper plate. Then I'm going to go to the next one. But I got my vegetable oil heating up right here. I'm going to heat that up to 340 degrees for panko breadcrumbs. Don't go any hotter than that if you're using panko or you'll burn them. I got a wire rack and I got my Tony seasoning right there. I'm going to go ahead and bread the rest of these up off camera. And hopefully the oil will be done by the time I get done. I'm sure it will. I got all these breaded up right here, and look at that. I mean, for 2 people, that's a lot of fish. And that's just that one little flathead that may have been 2 pounds. But while I was doing that, it takes so long. This right here is done got too hot on me, so I gotta let it cool down. So we're right at 340 degrees. Go ahead and put that back on the eye. Now I keep my setting on about just slightly above medium heat there, because we want enough heat. We don't want this to cool down on us while we're cooking. So we're just gonna drop some in there. Got some pretty small nuggets off of the belly, so we'll put quite a bit in there. And we're gonna let this cook till it's about golden brown. Now I love cornmeal just as much as anybody, but when I use cornmeal, it don't always come out like the way I like cornmeal. I guess I should have hung around the kitchen a little more when Mama was cooking. But when I do it this way, for these panko breadcrumbs, it always comes out good. Always crunchy on the outside. The bread never falls off, it always sticks. Take all the pieces, we're going to rotate them over. They go brown on both sides a little more evenly. And stir these around a little bit, they'll brown evenly. That is the color I'm looking for right there. These are just gonna go right directly on that wire rack. I don't like to put mine in a pan with a bunch of grease in it. I like to let it drip dry first. And while that's cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and put some of this Tony Chattries on this fish. Just sprinkle it lightly. You don't need a whole lot. Flip them over, do the same thing. Here's the rest of it. When I get done with it, I'll put it right on a paper towel. It's already done drained on that wire rack. Put it on the paper towel. Taste test for me, then I'm gonna take it in there to the wife. I don't know why I taste test it. It's gonna be good, I guarantee you. But this breading doesn't fall off. Meat's good and white. The flavor of the Tonys, it don't get no better than that. If it does, I ain't figured it out yet, but try this stuff out. You know, if you're having problems with your cornmeal not coming out right, give this stuff right here a try. Panko breadcrumbs. If I told you this was bad, or it was just so-so, I'd be lying. I'm sorry. It's probably one of the best foods we eat around here. Anyway, I'm going to take a piece to the wife, see how she responds. Hold on.
Yeah.
Get any better than that? Does it get any better than that?
Mm-mm.
No? Alright, there you go. You heard it from the boss. She likes it. I love it. Huh?
They like it.
You like it? Alright. Alright, guys. Maybe a pretty long video, I think, but that's going to be it for my catfishing for quite some time. Maybe if I go back, I'll go back maybe during the winter time, but I don't know. We'll have to see. But gonna get cool next week. Thinking about deer hunting. We got a season coming up, not long from now. I'll probably hunt that, but I'm still gonna do some crappie fishing videos. But stick with me until then. I'll see y'all on the next one. God bless you.